billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Here, on the authority of the noble Quran and the Sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the known amal of the city-state of Medina, let us make summary position of the emergent force of world Islam. Based on his blessed life and practice, and founded on the witness of his chosen Sahaba, or companions, at the core of the Medinan phenomenon, there must be recognized that a divinely ordained social template was sent down on mankind. The arrival of a new world deen was confirmed by the divinely chosen change of Qibla from Jerusalem to Mecca. The abrogation of Judaism and Christianity indicated the end of their social systems, that is, tribalism, the unified bonding of the DNA blood group, and capitalism, the unified bonding of the financial elite by blood. In short, the survival of the first by taking on a priesthood of money dealing, and the second by a leadership of empire from Rome to Europe to America. What occurred with the great event of the Asabiya, of the core elite around the messenger, was the historic end of DNA-based family-held power. The Shia counter-movement had a doomed determinism of those who wanted to reduce Islam, the new social template, to the old bloodline order. The new social template, Islam, is based on trade and currency exchanges within which no shadow of usury, interest in the exchange, is allowed. In Imam Malik's terminology, to a blade of grass. The new deen, like its profession of loyalty, the Shahada, has two parts. The first involves the worship exchange of ibadah, salat, zakat, saum, and hajj. The second involves the business exchange of worldly wealth. Two contracts, one with Allah and one between believing men. The state, according to Islam, which in its nakedness is taxation and its controls, is abolished. The state is an instrument of power by control, and its method is structural and by political instruments of force. The Islamic template is not ruled by constitutions and protocols. It implies a prior, free commitment of obedience to the natural order of existence, men and women choosing worship and equality in the exchange in place of coercion. The liberty of a republic or empire is based on the slavery of the others. Islam replaces false liberty with obedience and submission to Allah, that is, finally accepting our humanity, mortality, and brotherhood. What are the first steps to Islamic revival? Firstly, the Jamaat must form itself into a legal entity like the rebel humans did with trade unions. But this is step one to a new life. Secondly, the local leaders, by their wealth and influence in the land, have to be taken enjoining them to right action. Islam has no priesthood. Imams take prayer. Governance is a social capacity. Thirdly, move constructively from capitalist modalities, currency, banking, taxation, to free exchanges between men and groups. Fourthly, remember physical and military opposition are the lifeblood of capitalist atheism. The revival of Islam is dependent on step-by-step turning away from kufr and finally submitting to the natural religion. Fifthly, this program of life will be founded on the movement from money as pure electronically stored units of numbers to real wealth, gold, silver, commodities. This will lead to the abolition of capitalist supermarket distribution, that is, of goods and paper money, and the restoration of hand-to-hand trade locally and usury-free container caravans around the world. The abolition of value-added tax, of sales tax, would be the first indication of the kuffar abandoning their hypocrisy. The gold Islamic dinar and the silver Islamic dirham are the signs of our emergence. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.